Good morning and welcome to AP European History. Today I will be talking about two monarchies, Burgundy and England. These were two of many growing states during the Renaissance, while Italian states were too busy fighting among themselves. Let's get started. First I will be talking about Burgundy. Burgundy's goal was to gain as much territory as possible. During the 15th century, they accomplished this goal by their strong military and careful statecraft. From all their gain, the Burgundian dukes grew in power and set a path for Burgundy to become a nation-state. By the end of 1476, the dukes ruled over French, Dutch, and German-speaking subjects who all guarded their own laws and traditions. They had gathered all this land through purchase, inheritance, and conquest. The Low Countries, Burgundy's northern half, became the economic center because of their flourishing cities. Also, the region itself contained rich farmlands and vineyards. Because of all the patches of territory that was Burgundy, the thing that kept them together was statecraft. Switching gears, there were two famous dukes, Philip the Good and his son, Charles the Bold. Even though they had different leading styles, they were both determined to increase their authority on their dynasty and protect their territory. Philip supported the arts and made people create paintings, music, and more to glorify Burgundy. In contrast, Burgundy spent more time on war. Known for his courage, he died in 1477 in the Battle of Nancy. Personal relationship with subjects was a standard with the dukes. The dukes traveled constantly and had excessive ceremonies to enhance their power and promote legitimacy. Their presence at special occasions became an important task because it linked between various territories. The Burgundian rulers ran their state with an economic bureaucracy and standing army. After trying to maintain one of the largest armies in Europe, the dukes were forced to sell political offices to raise money, which led to an inefficient and corrupt bureaucracy. The fall of bureaucracy was caused by two events: the death of Charles the Bold, who died without a male heir, and alliance with France and the Holy Roman Empire. When Charles died, France seized the Duchy of Burgundy. The remaining land stayed loyal to Charles's daughter Mary and the future Holy Roman Emperor Maximilian. Overseas, England was in a different state. After the defeat in the Hundred Years' War, a civil war aroused. Henry VI ascended to the throne as a child and was weak and a mentally unstable monarch. His biggest problem was that he couldn't control the House of the Lords. Henry was bad-mouthed by many, especially his cousin Richard, Duke of York, who was holding a grudge about the House of Lancaster, who took over the English throne in 1399. Richard rebelled and died in battle, but his son defeated Henry and was crowned England IV. These series of civil wars would be later called the War of Roses and would continue until 1485 because of regional discontent. Edward IV took over and abolished the Lancastrian claim. It ended when Richard III, Edward's younger brother, died in battle. The ultimate victor was Henry Tudor, who became the husband of Elizabeth of York, Edward's daughter. In the end, the War of Roses damaged the English soil very little, since the battles were short and didn't concern regular peasants and only soldiers and the nobility. The economy continued to grow and the cloth industry expanded greatly, especially wool. The population rose slowly and steadily, benefiting the nobility, gentry, and yeomen in rising farmland and land rent income. Today I hope you learned more about Burgundy and England. In conclusion, Burgundy was a state made out of mixed-match territories that relied a lot on its dukes to keep the territories together. In contrast, England took part in multiple civil wars called the War of Roses over the claim to the kingdom, but did not let these wars destroy the country. Now you can tell that the Renaissance benefited and hurt the two different countries in two different ways.